Alright, we gotta find Miss Jones. She the goat. Miss Jones the goat. Gotta find where she at. My shoulders. Shoulders are getting me, bro. On a journey to find Miss Jones. I think someone just called my name. Who? Who called my name? Oh, was it you? Did you call my name? Oh, okay. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in 2 days. I haven't seen you in 2 days. Where have you been?
Doing senior stuff.
Yep. Okay, really? That's the first thing I see?
Yeah, you're welcome. There's two of them.
Long one.
The long one's my favorite.
Anyway, I gotta find Miss Jones.
Honey.
Ali! Alan, my man.
That's all right.
These are what?
Should I hit the gym before we leave?
Of course!
Yeah.
Or Sherskis.
Of course. I'll see you, man.
Adios. What's going on here? What the? Dude, where Miss Jones, bro? I'm finna get like 8 terabytes. You really about to leave? No.
Because I'm crying.
You're crying?
Upstairs in my room. Close the door.
Mr. Fagan.
Well, you're actually crying. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was weird.
What?
That was weird.
That was really weird. That was fun though. It was weird.
Thank you being my teacher.
You know what? Why am I?
Congratulations again. And best
Why
of
am I
luck.
even here? I'm just gonna get.
I feel like I'm on an episode of Friends. This is weird.
I have to ask Mr. Shem for my cards back because I gave him cards for my teachers, and then he never gave them.
Oh, really?
Gave them to give him at graduation.
Okay. All right. Guess I'm coming. Library. So, go on what your mind's wondering.
I saw my teachers and I started crying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's my graduation. Thank you.
Just talk. What's going on? What's on your mind?
By all my teachers, and it makes me cry because they're never see them again, probably.
Probably.
I'm not going to be a student here. I'm not going to be going to class. I'm not going to ever walk in these hallways like this again. Like, hey, go in my class. My backpack's on.
For real?
Never gonna happen again. And that makes me super sad. There's never gonna be a rooted meeting again that I'm gonna be going
Oh
to.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Well,
make
tell me
sure
when
that
the
keeps
next
going.
one is. I'll come and I'll cry again.
Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
You're right.
Yeah.
So true.
Last one of this year.
That'll be like before graduation still, because graduation's a whole week, like until
Really?
graduation. Yeah. Week
Dang.
and 2 days. I'm gonna go visit my stats teacher. See if she's even here, because I think she left.
Okay. I'm trying to find Miss Jones.
I had your card here, but there's nothing in
And
it.
it was really sweet.
course.
The
Oh, you gave a
flowers, I wasn't
speech?
expecting
I had something written, but like I just kind of just was talking.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. We'll see you at graduation. This is your card, but like there's nothing in it because that's not everyone's sign
Oh, that's okay.
But I'll give it to you at graduation.
Perfect. Sounds good.
She's just been crying.
I know.
Right.
My seniors.
What are you gonna do now?
I'm going to the SIP meeting. I have real life and school to get back to.
Oh, right.
Dang.
Like, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Have fun. Have an awesome summer. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you. Bye. Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you since.
What?
Bye.
What is
Oh
that?
yeah, this is the vlog.
Oh.
Memories and all that. First thing that comes to mind. First thing that comes to mind. Talk. First thing.
Stop.
First thing that comes.
Okay, I think I actually have to go now.
You have to go. Go where?
I have to go home.
Oh. And do what?
Cry.
Oh. It's so sad. I'll see you later. Where's Jones? Told me what?
I was talking to her.
Oh.
You
Is this
can't
another
have me long.
conversation?
Yeah, because my kid showed up.
Mm.
So the kid that I'm assigned to help in comp services, boy, I got a job.
You didn't tell me nothing.
I did. I said
The
we're
same
gonna be
kid?
good. No,
What?
it doesn't matter. Did I spit you with chocolate?
Yeah, you spit me.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Shut up, Lucas.
so you may know him.
He's here.
Oh,
Wait. Jack, it doesn't matter who it is. That's my kid.
it's a kid.
What did you want to talk about? I'll get t-shirt. I'll be in there when you're trying. Okay.
Sweatshirt. Yeah. But so I had a sure. So I had
You
a.
keep calling me.
Oh really? On my back. It's heavy. So I had a dream about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, and the main thing that happened in the dream was, a demon came into my dream and took vessel of this guy that I've seen in the commons walk back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Don't worry about me. You're not my dad.
Yeah?
She's my mom.
I'm gonna be down here for like 10 minutes.
What? Having a powwow with
Yep.
us here?
All right, you want me to move?
Yes.
So,
We're gonna get confident. The vessel of someone you knew that.
no, I don't know him. That's the thing. So
Well,
I've seen him a
so
few
Mhm.
times on the way to lunch, on like B days. So, it tried to choke me to death 4 times,
Mhm.
and so on the 4th time, it held on to me for 8 seconds, and then near the end of the 8 seconds, my like conscience told me I'm starting to feel this now in real life, and then I shook off, and then I got free, and then the dream ended. But the demon was so pissed off at me for some reason, and I just didn't know why. Maybe it knew I would do something, or I don't know, just something about me. Because I don't know, maybe it was like one of Lucifer's main guys, because he was so pissed off at me.
Mhm.
Like, he didn't say anything or anything. He's just his face and just like demeanor just coming at me and trying to choke me.
Like you were target, the main thing.
Yeah,
How often had you had this dream?
that was the first time. That's the thing.
What did you do after the dream?
Like the same night? What do you mean?
Did you pray?
Oh, well, no, but 2 days later, well, I know I'm protected by God.
Right,
And-
but sometimes when you know
Yeah, no.
when you don't understand what the dream is or the meaning is, and you say you started to feel it, you need to pray on it.
Yeah, no, I haven't had anything since.
Okay.
That's the thing, and nothing before that. I've had bad dreams, but not like that.
Mhm.
Where I've been attempted murder. But 2 days later, because God showed me that, the only way the devil can get to me, he can't get to me literally, like in real life, because God's put a level of protection around me. So the other way is only through dreams and temptations,
Mhm.
with like,
Spiritual warfare.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so 2 days later, he put on my heart, to find the dude and talk to him and tell him about the dream. And so for like a week and a half after, I've found him, and then I was like, okay. And then I I got it set up where one of my friends would be after school, and he'd introduce me, and a few days went by because I guess he just forgot, and then the day it was gonna happen, we texted and we were about to meet in the Commons, but then he just right after just ditched and went to some like fast food restaurant with his friends.
You never got to talk to him?
And so I'm gonna get to that. And
Okay.
so after that, on that same afternoon when I was still at school, after that happened, my whole mood just like completely dropped, and like I went to like it wasn't a deep depression, but it was like I was just really thrown off by it because then I felt like I um like dishonored God, and like because it was just something because he showed me like he had stuff for he didn't tell me just the general idea that he had stuff for that dude because the devil would try to use him to kill me literally. And so but then um what is it, Monday? It's Monday today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so last week on Thursday
Mm-hmm.
/ Friday, because it was a 4-day weekend or
Mhm.
week. See what happened. So it was a B day, and I was eating, and it came on me again. I was like, oh goodness. And for some reason, throughout this whole time, it's just been so hard. But I was able to talk to like other people, and it was nowhere near as hard as a like wall or whatever holding me back or whatever from like just doing it.
Mm.
And so I was sitting there eating. I was like, I want to do it, but then I'm like, I was using the excuse, yeah, but I gotta eat. But you gotta eat. But then I saw Fabrel walking in the middle hallway right there, and I said, if he looks at me, I'll call him down. And so, of course, he looks at me, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, and then he comes down, and then
The guy.
Fabrel,
Okay.
Fabrel, and I I explained it to him. I tell him about it, and he's like, and I'm like, so do you know the dude? He's like, nah, I don't really know him. And then he said, I say, who do you know who would know him? And he said, yeah, Q knows him pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as if it was like a reality TV show, Q walks right out of the little student services door right there.
Right.
I'm like, oh, would you look at that?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was probably God, by the way. Just want to make that clear. And so I was like, oh, should I tell Q about it? He's like, yeah. He said he had to go, and then I was like, okay. And I told Q about it, and Q was like, yeah, I can introduce you. I got you. And then we walked into lunch and met him, and he was a little reluctant because I was like, hey, could we sit down at the table over here?
Right. Okay.
He's like,
And he doesn't know you, so
yeah,
he's,
that's why I wanted someone who knew him to introduce me, because I didn't come off so random.
Right.
And so you wouldn't be like defensive about
Right.
God and all that, you know? Gotta be
Mm-hmm.
smart out here with God. Anyway, so since Q knows him really well, he was like, he told, his name's Denard. Do you know him?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I could show you a picture of him. And so, and Q was just like, "Oh, just do it, bro."
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, however he said, I forgot, but something like that.
Told him.
And he was like, "All right." And then we went over and talked, and I told him about the dream, what happened, and I told him like, I don't know, but like, I just feel like God has something for you, and just told him a little bit more. I obviously didn't have good words at the time to say, but then I thought about it later about what I would have said, and of course I didn't say what I wanted more to him.
Mm-hmm.
But then today, after fourth period, on the way to lunch, B day again.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in there. So on the way there, I'm walking down the hallway, like what I'm talking about, from the gym, the hallway to the Commons, and then me and Zolan stop at the right there, that long hallway.
Yeah.
We stop at the corner because then I was like, wait, why did he stop? And then apparently T was there, making sure none of us would leave. So we waited
Mhm.
out, and then he, out of nowhere, like even though I was looking in that direction, he just showed up right there. I was like, oh.
Mhm.
And then he said, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it, by the way." I was like, "Yeah?" He's like, "Yeah." And he said some other stuff, but the main thing is that like God's
Spoken.
the seed's been planted. So yeah, I told him like, yeah, I don't know. God just has something for you. And moral of the story, devil can't use who he wants and get away with it.
Nope.
Drop mic. No,
Don't finish. You're not finished.
I'm not finished.
Another moral of the story is that you can't ignore.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta be obedient to God
If
and
something's
listen to what.
pressing, you have to be obedient. If it's pressing, and if you're uncertain, you have to pray. God, show me you. Whatever I hear, please let me understand and know it's from you.
Mhm.
If it's not following His word, it's not from Him. Whatever I see, let me know that it's from you. When I go to church and preachers preaching, let me hear your words, not theirs. When I'm reading
Yeah.
from the Bible, let me interpret what you want me to hear, not what I want to hear from your words.
Yeah.
Because we like to design Him.
Mhm.
That's the thing we
People
get
like
caught
to
up in
pick and
design.
choose from the
Right.
word
We design
to
Him.
how it pleases them.
Exactly. And that's not how we should live and how we follow Him.
We're meant to live life for Jesus, to live life the way Jesus did, not pick and choose like they did back in the day when they wanted Jesus to overthrow Rome and
Mhm.
be a king and rule. And he's like, that's not what I came for. I already do that in heaven. I came to save people.
We have to understand that this life is not ours. We all have a purpose. And whatever it is that He has us designed to do is going to be done. So either we can prolong getting there or just get there without the argument, the fighting, the bucking against. But it's all learning. It's all learning.
The thing is, like you said, God's will be done either way.
Either way.
But a lot of people end up not liking the fact of how they have to sacrifice their entire lives. That's why Jesus says you have to, like, not disown, but like, yeah, deny yourself and pick up your cross and follow me daily.
Mhm.
So a lot of people end up not choosing him,
Mhm.
but he'll then use someone else who will use him.
Mhm.
His will be done.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Mhm.
So it's a free gift, the free gift
Yeah.
of eternal life.
If He
It's
chooses
your
you, you're gonna
choice.
do it.
Yeah, I get that, but then you gotta
And
think about
you're just making it. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean
he'll use someone else who will
right.
sometimes.
But I mean, if there's something He needs you to do for His purpose, whether it's entering in someone's life, you may even call it chaotic, but there's a purpose.
Or a
You-
coincidence
Yes,
that
there's a
you've
purpose for that. Even if relationships don't go well, that's why I always try to tell myself we have to remind ourselves that everything good and bad is just for a moment and not to hold on to things because He's a giver and a taker.
Mhm.
We have to understand that this is it's not ours.
You gotta keep in mind the Old Testament.
That's not gone. It's not gone.
That's part of history.
It's part of history. We have to remember He's a giver and taker.
Trust me, he's very loving towards you, and he, like the one king with the son who ran away,
Mhm.
he'll have
Prodigal
open
son.
arms, the
Mhm.
prodigal son.
He's our
He'll
Father.
and he's a gentleman. He'll respect your decision, but he's not gonna force himself into your life. But
Free
if you
will.
choose him, and people always like to bring up who aren't Christians, how is it free will if you already knows what's gonna happen? Because you still get to choose.
Mhm.
But they have such a stoned heart and like
We
hardened
get to
head.
choose our path, but like I said, we're vessels. He uses us
Mhm.
for things. We're vessels, but you get to choose your path.
Yeah.
And even though if you're not choosing Him, He's using you for something.
Yeah.
He is. We all
Even
have a purpose.
he always makes something out of it.
Like say for instance, like if you were not on this journey, but you came into
Yeesh.
my life and something dynamic happened between us that makes me turn to Christ
Yeah.
because it was that was your purpose for me. That was your moment in my life for me. He used you in that. It's not for me to deal with or help Lucas. He's like, I got you here. I don't need you to go back here, pray for him. I got him. You worry about you. I got you. But you have to remember, not everything that comes into our life is going to be grand and great, but everything has a purpose, whether we feel it's good or bad, but it's a purpose in that. And for that moment, and it's just a moment. Everything is a moment. We cannot hold on to anything he gives us too tightly because he takes that. There's no need
Yeah.
for that anymore. So that's why we have to.
Custodian, please call 71570.
We have to realize that everything is solely for him. We can't get caught up in praising ourselves. Like you guys do graduations, and I love to say, I'm so happy for you. You chose to do XYZ and you made it. You didn't make it on your own.
Definitely not.
You did the work, but that was not on your
The
own.
strength wasn't yours.
No, it wasn't. Someone gave you that strength and you chose and you did the work, but you did not do it on your own. A
And
lot
if
of us
you
get caught up in
glorify
that.
him, he'll give you more strength. and more to
Exactly.
give. You need
Exactly.
to understand humility.
Exactly.
And you brought up how the purpose thing. Well, when you come to a certain level of the truth in the real life, that's Jesus and God, you can't see how any other way could have worked, because looking back at my life just from where, I mean, I'm not far at all from where, I need to double down, and I haven't been, but I'm gonna work on that because I see that I'm now impacting souls, and that's what it's mainly about. The journey with Jesus and God is to impact the souls, like you said, the purpose in your life. You have to,
We're gathering.
the soldiers of Christ,
And
and
it's
just
all for his glory.
yeah, and He'll give back, and He'll give you a lot based off of how much you appreciate Him, glorify Him, but technically appreciate Him. And so
You know how people will say they like to argue that one of the rules for us not to be envious of others or
you have to
jealous,
appreciate what you have.
right? But they like to say, well, if God doesn't like you to be jealous, why does it say that he's a jealous God? Because there is no one before him. Look at it like you have to look at it like this. If you have him, what is there for you to be jealous of? You cannot be jealous of anyone under him. There's no reason. This is no one before him. He has a purpose for you. You don't need anything else. That person's this person. You are who you are. But for me, I am a jealous God because there's no one before me. And the fact that you would go to someone before you come to me, talk to someone else when you need something before you come to me, that's a jealous God. Why? You know why? I've done this, that, and for you. I've been there for you. I've made ways for you. And the moment you need something, you turn to, like I would turn to you, not talk to him first. Like that was an experience for me. Bad breakup, crying. God, take this off of me. He said, no, because you used to talk to me. My
This
tears were
brings
no
you
longer
back
for
to
that
me.
person.
This brings
Right.
you back to me if I let you feel hurt.
And it
And
also
people don't
reminds
want
me
that.
never to go back there again. I'm pulling you from this. You never have to go back there again. So when you find someone or you get into that thing, you have to make sure it's in alignment with him. You really in alignment with him. Because sometimes people say, I'm a follower, but they're designers. They don't follow.
They want to be the designer and
They want to pick and
perfectize
choose.
perfectize their life, perfectize their life.
We don't get to pick and choose.
And thing
I
just
mean, you have a choice, but when you follow him, this is his word. You know, you don't get to dissect things. You also have to remember to give yourself grace. He's not asking us to be perfect. We will never.
you can't,
No.
because we're ever since Adam and Eve, before Adam and Eve, we were perfect, But then since they brought sin into the world, Jesus could have been the only one because he wasn't born of human
No,
sin.
we can strive to be like Jesus. He wants us to follow him as an example, but we will never be Christ.
And just to, you kind of went into detail with it, but just an easy way to think about it is, why go to something below the
Right.
one who can create it?
Right.
That doesn't, just think logically, just think in a smart way. People like to talk about how to be smart in business, is smart in choosing and connections in the business world and all that, or whatever, becoming famous. It doesn't make sense when you try to go to something that can't create and you turn your back to the one who can only create.
He's our Father. He gives us guidance to help us get through some things, to what is it, like, safeguard you. We get to choose whether or not we follow that, and he'll let us go ahead and fall. I'm right here. But imagine being a parent and you just want to protect and guide your child so they have a decent life.
And that just shows you the level of love that he shows, because
his
he's a
love.
parent, and when if you end up not choosing him, he has to respect that. And that just shows you how much love. People say, how can you
turn from
respect that?
disobedience, but he's there when you're ready to come.
Yeah.
Turn. But it's more or less when I say he wants you to have a better life. Does not mean you'll have hardship, but you'll have enough to get you through those hardships. That's what he wants for you. That I am enough for you. I'm instilling these tools to help you get through these things. But when you turn from him and you start relying on other people and other things, making idols of things, anything, it's disrespectful. It's almost as if you
Spitting in
say,
his
I don't
face.
need you. Yeah.
Spitting in his face.
Yeah. Like if you're in a relationship and you put so much into your husband or so much into that wife, but you don't really understand that he is in the midst of all of it. You can't solely rely on that husband or wife. It's him first, then your husband or wife. You understand what I'm saying? Me
Yeah.
talking to you is after I talk to him.
I know how he showed me what an actual perfect relationship is, but that's a whole different. We can get in that to another day. But
I have to get back.
yeah,
But I appreciate the talk. I'm glad it worked out for you and that gentleman.
yeah, boosted my faith and all that.
Yeah.
And he said he went to the Young Life Club, and I was like, oh, I got a club of my own actually. Told him about it a little bit. I could tell him again, but oh, and I'll see him on Wednesday's a B-Day, and that's, oh wait, no, it's the next Wednesday though. But yeah, I'll tell him about it, and hopefully he'll come.
When you feel you're being used in your vessel, always pray on it that he gives you strength and guidance every single time.
Yeah.
Do not get caught up in yourself. Don't start to think that you know so much and you're.
He's shown me my humility. He's shown me.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm a He's shown me very well that I'm like David, King David. You know how where King David's
Is that
life
where you
went.
saw yourself?
So what?
Is that how you saw yourself?
That's what he's shown me. And because David, and I didn't even realize this, because I remember reading about and hearing about, there was a man who in the Bible, he was the man after God's own heart, and it was apparently David. And so, and throughout my life,
but you know that God David didn't always do the right thing.
Yeah.
And you know at points that he still loved him, even though he felt like you didn't do the right thing.
And I do
got punished,
yeah.
but he was loved. You're gonna feel your choices, but you're still loved. You can never, and there'll never be a point where you cannot redeem yourself. He cannot redeem you from whatever it is that you chose to do. That's nothing. I feel to him is way too heinous. You can't come out of. He can't bring you out of
until Judgment Day, if you like. Yeah. Besides that, but yeah. So because I'm like Okay, so I'm like, let me get this. The incident, because throughout his life he was faithful to God until the Bathsheba scene,
Mm,
and I do the Bathsheba scene quite often,
mm,
but I'm faithful, and the righteous man gets back up 7 times
mm.
after getting knocked down. And so, yeah, he's just shown me how. He's shown me a lot, but
Showing you can get knocked down.
yeah. So,
The journey is yours. The journey is yours.
yeah.
Well, well, let me bring you back to this different.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
see you, Lucas.
I actually also made a Christian handshake. I'll show you the next time.
Oh, yeah, please, you got to.
All right, see ya. That's been 31 minutes of however you want to call what that was. So, it's been it. Heading home. And so, take what you want from that. Listen on what God has for you. If He's calling you, listen to it. Trust me, it is the most beneficial thing. People always talk about how much money they want to make or how good of a career they want. God is the most beneficial thing. Working on that relationship, focusing on God first. He says, seek Him first. Seek God first, and all things will be added unto you, basically. So you want to think smart. You want to think how you can get stuff. It's a bad way to look at it first, but if it gets you to God first, then so be it. So you want benefits, go to God. He's literally the creator. He's real. Jesus is real. All of it. Yeah. So you want to think of it that way. That's fine at first. You'll change. Trust me. I've changed very much. You don't even know. But yeah. So seek God first. It's the best thing you could do. But yeah. Oh, and Shay. Look at that. I can't really elbow shake, yeah. How you doing?
Have a great summer.
Oh, hey, what? Okay. Have a good one. Yeah, what about it? What about it, Yale? You remember the vlogs? We back at it.
Wait, you got a mic and everything?
I'm professional.
That is
Come
impressive.
on. I got 2 mics actually, but I just keep the other one in case this one dies.
Tennis.
I've been going on 32
10
minutes already.
minutes. Yeah, we're trying to figure something out. You know, it's a game.
I've been going on. Look at that. 33 minutes. I just had to talk with someone.
Are you gonna post it?
Yeah, he went that way.
Maybe actually, because it was a pretty wise conversation. So.
Well, see you, Jonah.
Oh, okay. You should come to this club.
What club?
We got one more meeting. What it's called? Or like, yeah, Rooting Christ.
Oh, dang. You have one more meeting?
Yeah, we have one more this year, and then we're gonna start next year, obviously.
I might join. I need some more clubs too.
Exactly. It's fun.
How many people is it?
How many people? we kind of took a hit because of the seniors, but we still got like. Is the call over? How many people do we have now in the club after all the seniors left? How many do you think? I think it's like
You, me, Joel.
3. Debbie, Danny, Joel. You said Joel already.
Oh, you need to return your book.
Yeah, Joel.
Is it Joel or Joel?
Joel.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh my. Joel kind of sounds like a girl's name.
Joel?
Joel.
Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah.
He says it's. I call him Joel sometimes just to get on his nerves.
Really?
Joel.
We have a good amount. It's a good amount.
I might join next year. I need like a lot.
Why is that? For like college or whatever?
Yeah, I've only been in like one club. I've only been Alpha. So
This is the best club you could come in. He's gotta go. He got elected executive for the club, so but I'm gonna be helping him out.
Is there gonna be any public speaking? That's
No. It's just
like my
like we
number
just
one.
chill out, we talk. No, you're good.
Yeah, it's
We could work on that too.
Oh,
it-
God.
You know what? This actually, because I didn't think I could like just walk around and look stupid with a. Cause
No, like
I mean, I look
that's
kind of
easy.
stupid.
It's more like the professional, stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying before this, my confidence was twice times like times one half. I know that's smart
I
math,
mean, like,
but
half-
it was twice as low before. This just boosted me somehow. I don't know what it was.
blogging?
Yeah, just like going around and talking with people like, hey, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Math.
See? Like you could just like start small and all that.
I guess that's
Doing
a good
this.
point.
And this how much do you think it was? There's actually two. There's two of
15
these.
bucks, maybe?
How much?
$15.
Right.
$5.
$5?
No, like,
I
you
wish.
can get stuff like that cheap.
Yeah, it was $20.
Yeah,
20.
I got it.
But you gotta hear the quality. The quality is amazing. And it goes like 300 feet. Like I could probably set my camera up right there. It takes a receiver. See this?
Oh, yeah.
It's a little receiver. I could probably set my camera up and go all the way, even further than that actually, and we'd still connect. Like you could
How do
still
you
mirror
record so much footage?
space. I also got a.
Like, do you just delete it afterwards, or
No, I'm gonna actually buy a terabyte.
you just have like
I'm gonna just
archive
have like
for every day of
storage.
school?
I just started recently, but I have a lot of hours. I gotta get a terabyte. I gotta
Isn't
get
it
extra
like
storage.
a little thing for every day of high school?
I don't know memories, but
Highlights, highlight
Yeah.
reel.
I mean highlight. Huh? That's a lot of editing for that.
I mean, you never know.
Never know. But yeah, the club is definitely the best thing you could join.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna. Do
That's not even a joke though. Like actually, like
best
you
club.
get so much from it.
Yeah,
Not-
I'm probably gonna do it.
It's a wise version of you get a lot from it, but yeah.
Yeah. Reading.
What's the best takeaway? Oh wait, what were you saying?
Like, what was just ask your question?
Okay, I was gonna be. What's the best takeaway you think is from